Welcome back to the channel, RacerX here, and today I thought I would stop by my local Dodge dealership just to sort of take a look around. I am at Courtesy Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram in Tampa. This is something I do fairly regularly, and one of the cars that I noticed was this. That is a 2024 Charger Daytona RT. We know that this has been discontinued for 2026. This car is being sold at a huge discount. I think initially it was around $70,000, and I believe it's like mid-40s for this car, and it only has 5,000 miles on it. And I thought to myself, you know what? I wonder how cheap these RTs are getting. We know the market is very, very soft on these. A lot of the Mopar faithful, they just weren't going for this car. So I was curious to see what kind of deals could be had on the RT version of the Charger Daytona. So I think I'm gonna head to the house. I'm gonna look on Auto Trader to see what other deals are out there. Like I said, this one's like mid-40s initially for, it's one model year old, 5,000 miles. It's still basically brand new at $25,000 off the sticker. That is pretty wild. So let's go to the house and see what kind of deals we can find. Off we go. Guys, check it out. I am back in Largo, Florida at the Dream Giveaway Garage, and look what I have right behind me. It is a very, very special Hellcat, their newest giveaway, and it is sick. Take a look. This is their Petty Hellcat giveaway. They just announced this car, and it is absolutely sick. So many aftermarket cues on this car. We'll start with the $20,000 fixie wheels on this wide-body red-eye Hellcat. It's got a direct connection stage 2 kit on it, making it 885 horsepower. Check out all the petty cues under the hood of this beast. It's got carbon fiber everywhere. It's actually signed by Richard Petty himself. This is one sick car. You can see all the petty cues. Like I mentioned, it's got these blue aftermarket stripes, Anderson composite, carbon fiber all over it, American Brothers badging right here. And it doesn't stop there. Right in here, more of your petty cues. Right over here, Dream Giveaway Garage. Check out these beautiful seats from Cat Skin. So these are obviously aftermarket with the petty insignia there on the back. And there is your stage 2 direct connection head unit. As you get around to the back of the car, more American Brothers badging right here. You can see there's no mistaking it is the Petty Hellcat with the UN right there. I do love that. MagnaFlow exhaust, more carbon fiber back here on the diffuser. One more subtle cue, even when you open the trunk, there he is again, Richard Petty with this beautiful carbon fiber piece right here. And of course, your blue support braces to match the badges. And with the hood closed, check it out, is a Demon style hood on a Charger. It's actually carbon fiber. It may be hard to see, but this is from Anderson Composites. What an absolutely amazing machine. No detail was overlooked on this car. I think they actually spent more on aftermarket parts than they did on the car itself. But if you want an opportunity to win the Petty Hellcat, their newest giveaway, go to Dream Giveaway's website, enter my code RacerX, and you will get 4X entries. Yes, that's something new I am doing with them for this year for my subscribers. I will go ahead and pin a link down in the comment section to make it easy to find. Don't miss out. I can't wait to see who wins. Well, it is actually the next evening, but I did have an opportunity to hop on a couple of websites where I typically do a lot of research, Car Gurus, Auto Trader, and I found something interesting when it comes to both the RT and the Scat Pack when it comes to pricing. The price on these cars has come down so much, it is insane. As a matter of fact, when I went on Auto Trader, I found 15 miles down the road from me at Furman Dodge, and I think the sticker price on this, as a matter of fact, I looked it up, it was $61,590. That was MSRP on this car, and it's still brand new. And they want $37,000 for it. So we're talking $25,000 off the sticker price on a 496 horsepower, essentially a 500 horsepower all-wheel drive car that makes power really, really quick, completely updated interior, really nice seats in it. I mean, there's just a lot of things going for this car. But it just goes to show you that the market for this car really isn't there. It's amazing that they're giving so much of a discount on these. And as we mentioned before, this car is now discontinued moving into the 2026 model year. But even on the Scat Packs, I mean, you talk about RTs basically being anywhere from like mid-30s to high 30s out there. We're talking sticker prices anywhere between like $60,000 and $65,000 for these cars. I mean, you can really have a deal on one of these if you're willing to go look at one. And same thing with the Scat Pack that I found. And the Scat Pack they're still going to make for 2026. It's by special order only. But I did find a litany of Scat Packs out there like in the low 50s. We're talking about cars that would sticker anywhere from like high 70s to mid 80s. So you can have just as good a deal on the, 670 horsepower, that's with the power shot, but I mean, it's still a lot of power on the Scat Pack, instantaneous torque. The car is actually a ton of fun to drive. I've mentioned it many, many times in the past. I'm just not really an EV guy. But for that price, maybe some folks should actually get out there, and I'm not just beating the Dodge drum, but I'm just talking about when you look at the performance per dollar now, when you're talking about getting close to 50 grand on a Scat Pack or getting in the mid 30s for the RT, maybe that will open up a few people's eyes, and maybe some other people will go out there and actually test drive these. The people that actually have test driven these seem to like them pretty well. I've had a lot of messages on it. I know the car's had some issues. I will say one of the things I noticed when I went to drive it last time was they made some updates. This is up in Michigan when I actually drove the 4-door version of the car. They made some software updates and the car feels much more refined to drive than when I initially drove it out in Arizona and all the other times I've driven the 2025 models. The 2026 models actually feel a little more buttoned down from a power delivery perspective. The suspension feels slightly different. They did make some upgrades for 2026, but it is a lot of car for the money when you look at what the prices are now. Now, it's not at all surprising to me and probably most of you guys that these cars are being sold at a discount, but that steep of a discount did surprise me a little bit. I mean, these dealerships have to be taking a bath on these cars. I know Stellantis is probably taking a bath on these, and we've talked about it in other videos. They have now scrapped the Banshee, so we're not going to see the 800-volt system come out unless something weird happens. Also, the fact that we have the 6-pack car getting ready to come out here in the next couple of months. We should start seeing those hit dealerships hopefully in November sometime. We'll just kind of have to wait and see how that goes. And we also know that they are in the process of shoehorning a Hemi into that same platform. I understand there's mules out there being tested, so I mean, a lot of people are kind of waiting on that as well. But if you're willing to look, and you have kind of an open mind, as I mentioned, guys, I do feel like this is an enjoyable car to drive. You can call me a Dodge homer or whatever else. I really don't care. But I try to be pretty objective with you guys. Like I said, I'm not going to buy one just because I'm not an EV guy. But you guys saw the footage of when I was in Michigan taking like OC Motivator and Butter the Insider and TK's Garage. And I mean, I took those guys for a ride in the 4-door Scat Pack. And they were sort of blown away with the performance of the car. So there is that little piece of it. So like I said, if you have never driven one, guys, go drive one just to see if you like it. You never know. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just telling you to keep an open mind and maybe take a look at them with the prices doing what they're doing. Anyway, guys, I'm going to keep it pretty short and pretty sweet today, but it did kind of get me thinking. I mean, what else is really out there right now, performance-wise, that you can buy brand new for 35 grand. Like I said, I'm not an EV guy. I know a lot of you guys aren't EV guys, but I mean, you're not going to get a Mustang GT for 35 grand. Believe me, I've looked. Even the base models, you're not getting one for 35 grand. You're certainly not going to get a Corvette, which basically makes the exact same amount of power as this car. Even used ones are in the mid-50s. I've got another video coming out on that here pretty soon. Really nothing else out there in my mind that's brand new. You're going to get close to 500 horsepower with a really nice interior and all the accoutrements, if you will, that this car has. Can you swallow getting an EV? That's the biggest question for most of you Mopar guys out there. I already know the answer. But anyway, guys, I just thought I would put it out there. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. And I will catch you on the next one. So until then, RacerX.